To talk more about the issues here is Daryl Collis. He's director with Seesaw Media. Daryl, good to see you. I know that this is going to seem silly to some of our viewers that we're talking about Tom Cruise, but the fact is that this situation really highlights what has been a big sea change going on in Hollywood, doesn't it? Yeah, no, definitely.
Originally, what happened was obviously the studios were in control of back in the 40s when film was a big, entertainment industry. The studios were in control, and then what happened, sort of like the 80s and 90s, that when the agents came on board, and and they realized that their stars are big draws and have big power. And what happened was that even to most recently, the stars were kind of calling the shots, and now the studios are saying, well, hold on a second, yes, you are making our films, but there are films, our properties, and we're getting you on board. And now as a result, they're trying to take back some of the power.
Daryl, but the Paramount have blamed his public antics for the breaking up of this relationship. When you look at the deal he had a $6 million fund to invest in new projects. He got 20% of the box office revenue, a big chunk of DVD sales. One has to ask the question, if he didn't have that deal, would they have ended the relationship?
I mean, the thing about Tom Cruise is, obviously, he is a big box office draw, and he is very popular. But the question you need to ask yourself is, from Paramount's point of view, they need to say, well, hold on a second, we're a business. Yes, it's the entertainment business, but we still need to make money. And let's, for example, Mission Impossible 3. What's happening is, with that film, it's going to take around $400 million, and what's going to happen is, when after all, everyone gets their cut, including Tom Cruise, the studio is going to break even. So really, they're not making any money on that film. So really, it's great to have him there, but it's not. Is it a viable proposition to have him there? Is it profitable?
Daryl, hi, this is Christine here in Asia. Tom Cruise is really popular, particularly here in Asia. What's going to happen to the Tom Cruise brand name? Is he still going to be profitable?
I think he will be. Tom Cruise will always be Tom Cruise. I mean, from the days of Top Gun, Days of Thunder, all the way through to, War of the Worlds, which grossed nearly over $600 million. He's a big name, and he's still a very big box office draw. And whichever studio he goes to is still going to be, a powerful thing. It's not going to go away. Obviously, things that's happened in his personal life have, in some ways, reflected on what's going on with him on a box office sense. But I don't think it's damaged him that much that he won't, if there's Top Gun 2, for example, millions of people are going to flock to it. Mission Impossible 4 will probably have millions of people flocking to that. He's still a big box office draw.
Daryl, do you see other look, General Electric has obviously bought a studio out there. We know they're very cost-conscious. They are our parent company. We know firsthand. Do you think that we're now going to see, as we see more and more corporate ownership out there in Hollywood, it's not just the actors, but maybe the directors that are going to be more forced to cut their spending and keep their budgets in line, so that way these companies know that they can turn a profit?
No, that's basically, yes. I mean, corporate America are getting involved and saying, hold on, yes, it's great that all these great movies are being made and everyone's going to see them, but at the end of the day, let's look at our balance sheet. Are we making money? And what they're doing is they're going to need to cut costs as much as possible. I mean, recently that Tom Cruise, Paramount Studio, has done a deal with people like Brad Pitt's production company, Plan B. They've done a deal recently with J.J. Abrams, who made War of the Worlds and director of Lost. They did a very profitable deal with him. So it's more about stories now as opposed to star power, and they just want to get the return on the investment.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. It all comes down to money, right?
Exactly.
Daryl, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Daryl Collis is director with Seesaw Media. Here's another look at the U.S.